So you're thinking about starting a podcast. You want to do a video podcast, but you don't know what is the quickest, easiest way, most frictionless way to get started. So this video is going to kind of cover you on how to get started, level 1, basic, using almost the gear that you already have. Let's start first with the idea of using a cell phone. If you have a cell phone that is no more than maybe a couple years old, in my case, I have a Pixel 6 Pro. If you have a Pixel 6, Pixel 7, iPhone 12, 13, 14, then you can start a podcast using your phone with relation to video. Now, you could record audio directly into your phone. However, my recommendation is the means in which to do that, because essentially when it comes to recording audio and video, you need a good source. I would highly recommend that you invest in a decent pair of microphones, especially if you're going to be doing a podcast that is not just you talking, it's not just solo, but it's you and a friend that are going to be together. Now, there's a reason why I'm in my vehicle, and I will explain that in a second. Rather, I'll explain it right now. The vehicle is probably one of the best places in which you can sit down to record a podcast, acoustically speaking. Your car is acoustically treated in such a way to be able to cancel out wind noise going over 60 miles an hour. So if you're not moving, then the only thing that you need to be wary of and cognizant of with relation to any environmental sounds is the AC and the inside of the car. Now, normally, if it wasn't for the use of AI technology, I would advise that you turn off the air conditioner. This is when you turn off the air conditioner, you get the greatest fidelity of sound. However, the challenge is when you live in a state like Texas, specifically Houston or Dallas or San Antonio, any one of the major cities in Texas, then you will cook yourself alive. Right now, it is 110 degrees just outside of Dallas when I'm recording this. So 117 earlier. There is no way that I'm going to sit in my vehicle and record and 117 degrees, except that the AC is on. And so with that reason, now normally if you have the AC on, it's going to get caught in all of the audio. And this is what that sounds like. But because I'm going to be leveraging technology such as AI, we're going to be able to clean all that up later. Let's first start off with what is the microphone you want to get. I would highly recommend getting the DJI wireless audio recorder. Essentially, this thing, when you purchase it, inside, well, this one is empty, but it comes with a audio receiver, which is one of these things. And it will also come with a pair of microphones. And so this is one microphone, and I have another microphone right up that I had placed right over there. And it comes with two microphones. The great thing about these two microphones is that they both record independently on the device as a WAV file that you can then process. And at the same time, you can send the signal to whatever device that you're going to be recording in, whether that signal is right into the camera or that signal is going into your cell phone. The other cool thing about this is that the way you can mount this microphone is one, you can either just go ahead and clip it as such. If you have your seatbelt or it may be a bag or something, you can just go ahead and clip it like this, and boom, you have the microphone right on you. The alternative is if you are wearing something, right? In my case, I have a undershirt on. So what I could do is I can take this magnet that is typically on the microphone. I could take this magnet, I can stick it on the outside of the undershirt. I can put the magnet right on me as such. And it stays on me like this, and it's nearly invisible. And you can hear the audio coming out just fine and just clearly. I'm just gonna take off my seatbelt because I'm parked in the vehicle and it feels weird. So one of the cool things about this is that this plugs right into your phone as such. And boom, and now your phone has become a recording device. All you have to do now is click cancel. If you're recording this on a Google Pixel, all you have to do is, let me go ahead and start recording my screen. Let's see here, do not disturb, hotspot on, screen recording, start record audio. device audio, start. Okay, boom. In 3, 2, 1. Okay, we are now recording the screen. All right, so I am actually in my camera app right now. If you're using Google Pixel, make sure that you have selected microphone, which is so that way whatever audio is coming in, that audio is going to be captured. And so go ahead and click on that. One of the things I would also recommend is making sure that your stabilization, if you're not going to be moving, right? If your camera is just going to be sitting on a particular device, then just make sure that your stabilization is turned off. So that way you get the highest picture quality. And essentially that's it, right? And then you flip that around. I have a second microphone if I wanted to feed it. So if I had a partner here, somebody who would be joining the podcast with me, I can essentially turn this over and we can record both of us on the same thing, and it would be capturing video in 4K quality. The only thing that's going to be a little bit different is the fact that the image quality is cell phone image quality. But if you're getting started, you're just starting out, then this is more than enough. In fact, if you want to improve your image quality, all you got to do is use the rear camera. You might not be able to see yourself, but that's okay. You can focus on the discussion between you and your buddy that's going to be sitting next to you, and you're not necessarily talking to the camera or talking to yourselves in the camera. So however, if you do want to be able to record on the other thing, so you'll notice that my phone here has like a little metal plate thing, just so that it works out. I can connect it onto the magnet mount that's on my car right here. So one of the things that you can do is if you want to use the other side, I simply have a little phone adapter and with a little magnet thing on the other side, and all I have to do is just simply flip the camera around and I click on record, and I assume I'm in frame and I'm recording, right? So I'm recording the camera, and you can do your entire episode of whatever it is you're going to be discussing as such. Everything that I just shared here translates to not just being inside the vehicle, but you can take this principle anywhere with relation to having audio, with relation to camera placement, having both people sitting right next to each other, using a wide angle lens. That's the other thing that I wanted to kind of share with you. So that was me using the standard angle, but if you wanted more with relation to who's in frame, you've got the extra wide angle. If you got some people sitting behind you, you can do a podcast with 5 people, just pass the microphone around.
I need somebody to do a hand clap. Yes.
Give me the microphone first so I could bust like a bubble. Compton and Long Beach together. Now you know you in trouble. Ain't nothing but a G thing, baby. 2 loked out G's going crazy. And No Limit / Death Row / whoever is the label that pays, man.
Give me the microphone first so I can bust like a bubble. Belal and Amar, man, we all together. You know you in trouble.
Ain't nothing but a G thing,
baby.
Alright, this take is unusable now.
Anyway, we're going to be talking about Sira.
No.
What? Yes, it's going.
It's going,
It's recording,
man.
bro.
This is the green light show.
No.
There's some very famous examples of doing podcasting and recording in a vehicle. Most famously, you have Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee with Jerry Seinfeld. You have, which is essentially a podcast. It starts off in a vehicle, then they end up in a coffee shop. You have another one, which is actually a fake one, where their car is actually being towed, but it looks like they're in the car. This is a great situation in which you can do podcasting video in an environment that's controlled and is well lit. You're surrounded by windows. You can even do this in the evening too if you want to have that nice evening aesthetic, assuming your cameras are bright enough. But yeah, like this is one of the easiest and simplest ways to get started with relation to podcasting for, for video. With relation, just a quick note, how much money would it cost? Now, I advise don't spend too much money on the camera if you don't need one. If you have a decent cell phone, you can record using your phone, and hopefully you don't run out of space. Granted that you're not making your podcast 3-4 hours long. You're keeping your podcast within like 30 minutes or so. So this way you have enough storage space. If you have a Google Pixel, you can always plug the phone into your computer, treat it like a SD card, copy the files of the video over onto your computer. You can edit it. The other alternative, an application called Power Director. Now this is, let me just show you within Google Play. So if I go to the Play Store and I type in Power Director, I believe this is also available on the iPhone. Actually, I have an update pending, but this is the application. And you can go ahead and open that up. I'm going to go ahead and open it up. Don't worry about the update right now. And now go ahead and click on New Project. And then right away, this is your timeline. You can edit your video right here on your phone. So I go ahead and tap on the plus side to insert the video. I go to Camera, and I simply press and I drop that video right into the timeline, and I can begin editing, right? And the application itself is rather simple and straightforward to use. The audio is being fed directly into the thing, so the quality of the audio should be just fine if we want to hear it. Camera, and you can do your entire episode of whatever it is you're going to be discussing. So the audio is very clear and straightforward. So if you wanted to, let's say you have some dead space beforehand, camera, you can go ahead. So like here, I play back. I assume I'm in frame. Boom. Let's say I want to begin right there at the 4-second mark. I select the video, click on edit. I click on split. Boom. I select the time that I want to delete. I press delete and I'm done. And then move all the way to the end. And if there's some shenanigans at the end that I want to remove, what I would recommend is essentially, so I go ahead, let's say I want to cut that right there. I want to split. I want to delete that remaining part. I can add an outro. You can select from any number of templates that the application has. Thanks for watching. Let me just go ahead and select that. Just gonna wait for it to load. Boom, there you go. Customize, add it to your video. Boom, it's downloading the actual video itself. Thanks for watching. And this is not the only one. You can select from any number of different intros and outros of your choice. And boom, it just went ahead and added that right there. You can even change the text to whatever it is that you want to change it to. So thanks for watching. You can say subscribe. You can say click here to watch more, whatever it is that you want it to be. And you can also add an introduction, right? You can have, and this way you don't even have to worry about like, oh, do I need to get a professional one made? No, man. Just pick from any one of these that they have here if you want to do that. My recommendation, skip the intro. Be your own intro. Hey guys, so in this case I would say welcome to the Creative Khancept podcast. My name is Belal coming at you from Dallas, aka Houston. No, aka I don't know what is the nickname for Dallas. Let's say if I was in Houston. Hey guys, my name is Belal coming at you from Houston, aka Space City. This is the Creative Khancept podcast, helping you with media and video for whatever it is that you want to do with relation to shenanigans or podcasting or video or things like that. This is just a place for me to share the skills and knowledge so that you can do your thing, capture memories and share them with others and connect with people and such and such. I just made that up on the fly. So that's really it. Like you have your own intro, boom, get into the material that you're going to be presenting. Once you're done with your video, by the way, on your phone, you just click on transfer. And then you can select what the name of the file is, name it whatever. Select your resolution, just choose 4K, tell it to produce, and it will render out the file, depending on how long the video is. If you've got a decent phone, which is maybe a couple years old at the most, then if every minute of video will probably take you a minute to render out. So if it's like a 30-minute video, expect it to be 30 to 40 minutes to render out on the phone. Make sure it's plugged in and charging so that way it doesn't shut off on you. And then once it's done, you can just go ahead to YouTube and upload it directly and you're good. That's it. That's all it took. You have clean audio, you have stable video, 4K quality image, and simple and straightforward work to do. Again, what does it cost? The DJI wireless microphone, it comes with a pair of two. It comes with its own charging case, like kind of like how Apple AirPods, they have their own case. It's similar in that regard. This might cost you just over about $300. If you got your phone, you're good to go. And the application, the editing application, Power Director, it might cost you like $30 at most, maybe $40. That's it. That's all you really need to get started. What I would recommend is that if you're unfamiliar or you're just getting started with podcasting, do this for a little while. And what I say a little while is get your first 5 videos, first 5 episodes, And if you get into the flow of things and you like it and you enjoy it, then consider changing things up a little bit. Now you understand the process. Go ahead and make your first episode. And from that episode, make a note of the things that you found easy and the things that you feel like you need to kind of get around to. Make a note of the things that you want to improve on. Go ahead and record another episode. Then you'll have two in the bank. You recorded these episodes, you've uploaded them, but you have not released them yet. So that's the thing. What I'm saying is record your first episode, upload it. Make a note of what you want to improve. Record your second episode, and then make a note of what you want to improve there. By the time you record your second episode, you will have figured out a workflow that really works for you. I showcased to you my workflow in the most simplest and easiest way possible. But how does this apply to you and your surrounding and your setting? Are you going to be recording in a car? Are you going to be recording in a cafe? Are you going to be recording at the dojo? Where are you going to be recording? That's going to be specific to you. I recommend the car because it's already acoustically dampened and you can go anywhere and you can be with anyone, and the person that you're with is right there with you. You can riff back and forth. It is generally a safe environment. You don't have to worry about people interrupting you because you're enclosed in the car is locked. But again, what's going to be your environment? Do your first episode, do your second episode. After that, I want you to, once you figure out the process, go ahead and knock out 3 more back to back. Because once you get through 3, you're going to have 5 in the bank. Once you have 5 in the bank, then I want you to release those 5. Boom, your channel is live. First 5 episodes are ready. And then you do that same process to record anywhere between 3 to 5 episodes at a time. This is with the assumption that you're recording episodes that are maybe 20 to 30 minutes long each. So you can even do on a weekend or on a Saturday or a Sunday, get with your friend, get with your hosting partner, and record a bunch of episodes just back to back, because you've already figured out that process. And so that way, once you launch with your 5 episodes, and then you do another 3 episodes, maybe in the next week, you can schedule those out over the course of the next 3 weeks. So this way you can make a schedule to start recording, maybe every week, maybe once a month, so that you have a regular schedule of an episode a week for the foreseeable future. And just a final note is that once you get to like episode 8, you know you've passed the threshold to be on your way to success, because it takes about 8 episodes for you to know whether or not you're going to continue with this or you're not. And so hopefully you get to your 8 episodes. Hopefully you continue to do more, share more, discuss more, and give value to all your viewers. I hope this was of value to you, and I'll see you soon. Take care, man.